Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Literally What. I'm your host Taylor. If you had a sucky week or a great week, it's just gonna get better because you are listening to another episode. We have a lot to get into, as I say every single weekend. We have our stories of the week. We'll be doing our Super Bowl recap, Bachelor recap. There's a ton of other stories that we all need to know and we will be discussing. And then we have our crazy stories segment where you guys get to write in that we will be talking about as well. And to help us all with everything, I brought some random stranger that I found who will be helping us out. You want to introduce yourself?
Hello, I am the random stranger. I am Chandler. I am married.
You're married?
To a wonderful redhead with a great podcast.
That's like actually a pretty funny coincidence because I'm a redhead.
You are.
I'm also podcasting right now. Like that's kind of...
You are doing a podcast right now.
Oh my gosh. Do I know this girl?
I think you may. I think she may be sitting to my left right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Maybe she's invisible.
Possibly.
That was so cheesy, but that's us. This is my husband, officially. We're official.
Official.
And I had to bring him on because, you know, he was here months ago, just a fiance, and we decided to upgrade him to husband.
You upgraded me, or I upgraded you, madam?
We don't have to go into details, but anyways, he is here. He will be joining us. He might not know everything that we will be talking about, but we have him here to just, you know, why not? Why not?
Try me. I'll know everything.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Yeah, all right. Well, now that we did our intros, let's get into some hot gossip, hot takes, stories, and advice that will have you saying, literally what?
Literally what?
Weekend recap. I can't really tell you what I did this weekend because I have no memory of anything in my life. Do you? I don't remember.
I went fishing and caught some very nice fish.
Oh, we were with
Steph, Emily,
okay. We were with our
Anna,
friends
Mitch.
this weekend. If you asked me what I did yesterday, gun to my head, couldn't tell you. So I normally write down, like, in my notes my weekend, what I did. And I didn't do that today because I'm unprepared. And I just don't really remember. But we did. We did go out with our friends. It was a fun weekend. He turned 25.
You just gotta out into the whole world like that.
And now he's old. I think I added you on the podcast last week anyway. So they already know all of that. But yeah, he's 25 now. And it was a fun weekend. It's funny when our birthdays are so close together. Because it goes my birthday, his birthday, Valentine's Day, our anniversary, which I know we're married now. However, I will forever celebrate like our, you know, when we got together anniversary. I just think that's more, I like it more that, like, obviously marriage is so important. But I love our anniversary, like,
but it makes us seem so old because we're about to hit year number 8. What are you shaking your head about?
7.
7?
Yes.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's 2024. You're right, 7.
Wow.
All right, makes you feel a little bit younger, I guess.
Yeah, 7 years. Next month. Not even. But yeah,
2 weeks?
I think so. Obviously, this past weekend was the Super Bowl. There was a lot that went down for the Super Bowl, so we're going to recap all of it. Obviously, the Chiefs won. Yeah. Did anyone really expect anything else?
No, not when it's rigged.
Yeah. I still think there's some kind of performance aspect to the NFL, kind of like, what is it, the wrestling?
WWE.
WWE. I don't know. That's just what I'll always think of. But anyway, Super Bowl, 49ers and Chiefs. My favorite part was the commercials because I love Super Bowl commercials. And guess how much they charge for 30 seconds of an ad slot?
How much?
$7 million.
Good night.
for 30 seconds. And it did not go up, surprisingly, from last year, which is interesting because I feel like everything in the world is more expensive than it was last year.
But how could it go up? $7 million for 30 seconds.
No, I know. What is that buzzing?
For $7 million, I'll give you like a whole year.
Yeah. So obviously the Super Bowl gets a lot of viewership. Last year it was 115 million who tuned in. So obviously I feel like it is worth spending a lot of money if your company has that, but it's a lot of money. It's more than I feel like anyone would ever make in a lifetime. So go all you companies who spend it.
My favorite was Kanye spent $7 million, and his whole ad was just him in a car with his iPhone.
I didn't know he had an ad.
Yeah, and it's is him in a car. Like he didn't.
That was your favorite Kanye?
No, it's just funny because like he spent $7 million and then put absolutely nothing in actually making the commercial. It was just him saying, "Hey, go buy Yeezys."
I don't remember that one. I wrote down some of my favorite commercials. There wasn't any that I was obsessed with. I feel like the past few years there were a lot better ones, but I think my favorite was the Michael and CeraVe ad because I remember telling him there was like some picture going around of Michael Cera or whatever his last name is, like in the stores, like holding up the CeraVe like face wash or whatever, and I was like, oh my gosh, is he the like face behind it? And it was all just PR for this ad that came out. And they were basically saying like it's not done by Michael whatever, it's done by, dermatologists, and it was really funny. Good marketing, I think.
I can't remember what year it was, but Michael Bublé, he did that with the there's a drink, it's like bubbly or something like that.
Oh, bubbly, the sparkling water.
And like you put like the little asterisk on it to be like
That's
Bublé.
funny.
Yeah, it was a few years ago.
I will say all the commercials that we saw together, just like tons of celebrities. I feel like people might have put more into booking these celebrities than actually getting the ad time. Like there was the Dunkin' one that had like J-Lo, Ben Affleck. Was that the one that had Jennifer Aniston too?
No,
And David Schwimmer?
Not that one. I don't think so. But it also had the GOAT Tom Brady in it. I think Jack Harlow was in that one also, which is crazy because I would imagine all of them are very expensive to get in the commercial.
Right.
And then you spend another $7 million for the 30 seconds of it.
Yeah.
It's a high dollar commercial for a place that's very well known. Everybody knows about Dunkin'. So why are you spending all the money on advertising?
Yeah. Oh, so they had the Mountain Dew Baja Blast, and it had Aubrey Plaza, and then whoever plays Rob Swanson from Parks and Rec in it together. They were like flying on a dragon. I thought that was really funny because I love Parks and Rec, and they're just funny people. Pringles commercial with Chris Pratt was funny. I don't really remember it though. Oh, the E-Trade commercial with the talking babies. I love just talking baby commercials. They're really funny. That was good. And then the Temu. Okay, Temu is that site that I order off of that, how did they have, there were like 6 commercials for them. And I'm pronouncing it wrong anyway.
And you have to spend $7 million for every single commercial.
Right.
And you go on their website and they're selling stuff like $1.50. How are you making all that money off $1.50 items?
Well, I bought off there like last year, like a ton of stuff for like really cheap. And it was like good. I mean, it's cheap stuff, but I don't know how they made so many commercials for the Super Bowl. But the song was so catchy also. But I was like, this is weird. So random.
I definitely didn't have 6 Temu commercials on my Super Bowl bingo card by no means. Definitely wasn't in the cards that night.
But it's not Temu, it's, what was it, Temu?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Anyway, that was a funny one. Oh, and then the Judge Judy with the e.l.f. cosmetics. They had a lot of celebrities as well. I feel like it was just, there was a lot going on, and it wasn't as, like, I feel like it would be more surprising when it's like fewer commercials that have like 1 or 2 big celebrities, because this, we were all just kind of expecting every commercial to have like a ton of A-list celebrities, so it wasn't like as exciting. It was just like oversaturated, you know?
Yeah, it was. Every commercial had some big celebrity in it, which is, I mean, it's cool, I guess. But I miss some like the commercials from like the early 2010s where they just found random people off the street and they're like, "Hey, this is a commercial." Those are funny.
Yeah. So there were some good ones, not a ton of great ones. There were funnier ones in the past few years. Yeah, those are commercials. Then we had the singers. We had Post Malone, who sang, and I loved the like rendition he did. He like had his guitar and he was like kind of country with it. It was just really good. It was really pretty something too. I just love Post Malone also, so like anything he did I would have been like, that's so good. So, but he did do really, really, really well.
I saw a lot of things like everybody's like, this is the best one yet. Like, he did phenomenal.
Yeah, that was really good.
Which, it's Posty. What do you expect?
I was gonna say, he can do nothing wrong.
Whenever that country album drops, I'm gonna be so excited. Can't wait for that.
Well, and I guess we'll talk about it now, but Beyonce in one of the commercials dropped her. Have you heard her song, the new one that?
Yes, it's phenomenal.
Is it Texas Hold'em?
Yeah.
I like it, and I don't like country music at all, but I put it on, and I was like, and I remember at the Grammys, she showed up for Jay-Z, and she had like a cowgirl hat on, and I was like, that's so not Beyonce, and it was, you know, foreshadowing this album. But it is,
because she's from H-Town, baby. Me and her were born in the same hospital.
Yeah.
Just years apart.
Years apart. How old is she? You're a lot of, well, you're 25 now, so.
Yeah, I was say I think it's like 20 to 25 years that were difference.
That's
something
nothing.
Like that. No, that's not that bad.
But yeah, she announced that, so good for her. Halftime show. Oh, first, Reba did the national anthem. I didn't like it. I just feel like someone who sings the national anthem has to be powerhouse vocalist, like, I don't know. It was what I expected. It sounded like it was awful, but it just, she's not who I would have picked to sing the national anthem. Like an Adele, a Miley Cyrus, a Lady Gaga, who I think has sung it before, but someone who can hit those high notes and actually be like a chilling, like, give me chills performance. Like, if you're just singing the national anthem and I don't have goosebumps all over me, why are you up there?
You better talk nice about Reba.
I love Reba. I do. I just didn't think she was the person for this job.
She was perfect. I didn't hear it, but it's Reba, so she was perfect.
I'm not saying it wasn't bad at all. It's just I didn't have goosebumps or anything. It wasn't like a moving performance. And I feel like normally anytime someone sings the national anthem at the Super Bowl, you know.
It's fair.
Okay. So the Usher halftime show. I know there's a lot of like half and half on if it was good, if it wasn't good. I think the issue with it is people expected so much ahead of time that when he didn't meet everyone's expectations, it was like, that kind of sucked. Major point being, everyone thought Justin Bieber was going to come out and perform as well, which I thought too. And so that for me was like, he was there too. But apparently he was asked, and Justin was just like, I just don't see it for me right now. Like, I'm not feeling it.
I mean, I never really thought it was going to happen because everybody else is, like, really early 2000s. Like, when you have Luda up there, I mean, he hasn't really made good music since, like, 2006. So, Justin really just doesn't fit in with the crowd they had.
Yeah.
And
I know.
will.i.am, that was early 2000s.
He still should have, I think. I will say the beginning, did you see the whole thing?
Yeah, I saw 99% of it, I think.
I think it got better as time went on. Like, the roller skates were kind of cool. The fact that he didn't sing DJ Got Us Falling in Love Again, like, that is ridiculous. That was stupid. I feel like he sang a lot of slow songs in the beginning, and he did sing some songs that I didn't know. I just feel like he could have made it. Like, when he was on his own, it wasn't as good. When he was with everyone, it was like, oh, this is fun. But I just feel like it could have been more exciting. I feel like it was a little bit underwhelming. It wasn't awful. It was no Katy Perry.
Yeah, it was mediocre. Not bad, but not good. It was middle of the pack. Definitely could have been better.
It's not. I go back and rewatch a lot of halftime shows, I feel like. That is not one that I would go back in. watch. I don't think.
I feel like it had no like memorable moments, right? Like when Gaga did it, you had her like coming down from the ceiling.
She did, yeah, it was good too.
Last year you had
Let's look up
50
the
Cent
top.
hanging upside down.
Top halftime show. Ranked 13 best Super Bowl halftime shows. I feel like a lot of these I wasn't even born for though.
I bet Prince is gonna be on there.
Oh, Coldplay, Beyonce, and Bruno Mars in 2016 was good.
That was a good one. I remember that one.
Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake. I was 4. Katy Perry. But I love Katy Perry.
At number 12 though.
Right. I'm just saying like that is probably Rihanna. I liked it.
It was good.
my
I want to
top.
put it at number 11 though.
Oh, Michael Jackson. Lady Gaga. I don't remember a lot of these. I guess because I was young. Beyonce in 2013. The Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
The 2022 one was so good.
That was very good. I mean, you got Snoop in it.
Snoop in it. Prince was number one.
I called Prince being number 1.
Oh, they played the Dolphins Stadium when...
They did indeed.
Fins up, baby.
Have you ever seen it? It's a phenomenal halftime show. It really is.
I've seen, like, whatever YouTube videos have, like, the top halftime shows. Next year, can we maybe get Miley Cyrus or Justin Bieber or... Who would you... Okay. If you could see anyone perform the Super Bowl halftime show that has not, and it can be more than one person, who would you put together? If you had to pick. I'll go first.
All right, you go first.
Miley Cyrus. This would be like something that would never happen, but would like the world would turn upside down if it was Miley Cyrus, and then she brought out like all the Disney Channel girls, like Miley Cyrus, and then Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato. Like that would be whack if they brought out like all these old Disney Channel people. And Ariana Grande, like that would be crazy. That would never happen, but it should.
Ariana was Nickelodeon. Carry on though. But
well, you know
I have 2. I would love to see Jay-Z. Although he said he's never doing it. I would love to see that. And then I think Wiz Khalifa and Snoop Dogg would be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Those would be like my 2 that like I'd want to see very bad.
I'm trying to think if there's anyone else.
Or Eminem. I mean, he's such a well-known artist, and he's never like he was in it in 2020 with them, but like he's never been a headliner.
Yeah. Oh, you know it'd be funny? Dolly Parton. She did. Where was she singing the Cowboys halftime show?
Yeah, I think it was Cowboys.
That would be a good halftime show.
I love Dolly, but she's well past her age.
Don't hate.
I don't even think she was singing at the Cowboys halftime.
Oh, she was. Yeah, she was. She
Oh,
was lip syncing.
she got a great voice. Never mind, I take it back. Halftime show next year.
Anyway, we'll see what happens next year. Maybe I just won't have as high of an expectation because I thought Usher's was going to be like, oh my gosh, this is going to change my life. And it didn't. And that's okay. Okay. Oh. Travis Kelce yelling at Coach Andy Reid. The memes that have come out of this, though, are so funny. My favorite is they have Michael Scott's face over him, and it's like the "Where are the turtles?" scene. So funny. Here's what I'll say. I get everyone's like, they have a good relationship. It's like blah, blah, blah. You don't act like that as a grown man, and you... Like, even if, like, you growing up, like me growing up playing sports, like, if you were to treat a coach like that, like, you gotta have some form of respect for people that are older than you and your coach. Like, if I had one of my volleyball girls come up to me and shove me and, like, yell in my face, I would literally, like, bench them and they would just not play the whole rest of the game. So the first one is something that has been a long time coming, and I'm surprised that it is happening, but there is a docuseries coming out called Quiet on Set that is looking at the abuse allegations at Nickelodeon during Dan Schneider's reign. I'm sure if you've been around, I don't know, anything in general, Dan Schneider did a lot of the Nickelodeon shows, iCarly, Victorious, and there were tons of allegations that he was just like a really gross dude, had like foot fetish, and so like there's all these clips of like Ariana Grande and everyone like doing like weird things with their feet that would be like on the shows, and him like hugging the girls really weird, and he's just like a gross guy. But no one's ever come out and like said anything about it. So Investigation Discovery has unveiled the trailer, which hints of his set on behavior and talks about sexual assault. It's supposed to be coming out March 17th, so in exactly a month. And it will just dive into just Dan Schneider at Nickelodeon, and then all the alleged abuse that the child actors and staff suffered.
That'd be really interesting to see. Because I mean, like, that was my childhood there. Like, so many of those shows that he produced, I watched.
Yeah.
And, like, it's not like just one or two people. It's, like, tons that have come out and be like, hey, yeah, this dude's weird. He likes feet. And when I first heard that, I, like, started looking back at, like, especially at iCarly. iCarly
There's so many weird clips with feet.
Always. It's really weird. So
weird. But yeah, so 2018, Nickelodeon announced that they were parting ways with him just because of all the alleged stuff that was going on. And it was also reported that Schneider's temper, along with his post of the feet of the young actresses that worked for him, were the reasons for his contract termination. New York Times in 2021, they reported that Nickelodeon's parent company found evidence of Schneider verbally abusing his colleagues through emails. 2022, he was accused of gender discrimination by former actors, and he would ask for massages from female colleagues. So everything that's been coming out slowly is going to be put into this series. It's weird though to me that like none of the like main actors or actresses have ever really said anything. You know?
Yeah, it's been more of like the, not necessarily backups, but non-main actors and actresses.
Supporting.
There we go. That's what I was looking for. Which, I mean, I guess would kind of make sense because, you know, maybe he only did it to the people that he thought would never go out and say anything. And now they're speaking out, which is awesome for them.
Yeah, we'll see. Because he's a gross dude. Even if you just look up, like, Dan Schneider, like, clips, it's like it's just him on set with like all of the actors. It's like just weird behavior.
Very weird.
And gross.
Makes me uncomfy.
Okay, this story Chandler's gonna be really excited about because he brought it to my attention. So Kim K and Odell Beckham Jr. are seemingly confirmed. Months of romance rumors when they were spotted together in Las Vegas this past Saturday. So there is a picture of them floating around, and it has confirmed the speculation that they're together. So what are your thoughts? Do you like it? Do you hate it?
I mean, unbiased. I mean, it's Kim K. She's cool. Great businesswoman. You got OBJ, who has had his moments of being a phenomenal football player.
Okay, so I'm wondering because she did Skims partnered with the NFL.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they met.
I think he was a part of it. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, he's a football player. He went to LSU, then played for the Giants, then won the Super Bowl with the Rams, and has now, this past season, played with the Ravens.
I love the Ravens. I just like their colors.
I don't like them. They lost. It's brutal. I was hoping for a big one out of them.
Yeah. I'm happy for her, though, because I know her last romance publicly was Pete Davidson, and that, you know, didn't really... That's not who I would see. I see this working out a lot better, and I feel it has to be hard being at her success level, like, to find a guy also, you know, like, that's got to be hard trying to find people to, like, date and then, like, integrate into your life with, like, kids and all of her business endeavors.
Yeah, because there's really not a lot. Like, you got Jay-Z, you got Diddy. Diddy's weird, though. And then you have her ex-husband. That's really it. So, you know, there's nobody else that's on her level of just crazy success.
Guess just NFL.
I mean, even then, you're really not even on the same
I could see you're dating,
level.
like, some, like, random, like, really rich businessman who, like, doesn't even have social media.
I could definitely see that. I could see it being, like, some random dude from, like, Norway or something.
Yeah, like with an accent, like a secret man and, like,
yeah. I don't know why
another
Norway
country
came to mind, but from Norway.
Who knows? The Kardashians are just so... I love them, and I love watching them. And I know people hate on them, but you can't tell me they're not impressive.
They're phenomenal business people.
Especially Kim.
Yeah. Yeah, she's done very well at business. All of them are.
Mm-hmm.
The Jenners too. They're great with business.
I wonder when their new season of their show's coming out. Anyway, that's another. Okay. Our next story, Katy Perry's leaving American Idol after 7 seasons and is hinting at new music that will be coming out this year. So when she was on Jimmy Kimmel, she announced like it's going to be a very exciting year for all pop star girlies. And I'm excited about this because so many pop star people that I grew up listening to, Lady Gaga's been in the studio. Selena Gomez apparently is coming out with a new song, which I don't know, her music hasn't been as good, but now Katy Perry, like all of the pop people that I used to listen to, now if Rihanna would just get up off of her ass and make a song. Please? I ask you every podcast.
I think she's busy being a mom right now.
I don't care. I care, but I
do
just
agree. I would love
it's been forever.
I would love if she would release some music.
I think the last thing she released was some song for one of the Marvel movies, Lift Me Up. I was listening to that on repeat. I didn't even like love it, but I needed new Rihanna music. And that's what she gave me.
I'm surprised her and ASAP haven't made music together because he hasn't released music in forever either.
Yeah.
I am excited for Katy Perry to release music. I hope it's like more
pop.
Yeah. I hope it's not like she doesn't try to make it like too new. Like goes back to her roots and makes it old school Katy Perry.
So many good bops. Like I feel like every song she has is just so good and everyone knows it.
Yeah, but all of them were pre 2016. That was 8 years ago.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, so she's also leaving American Idol. She was saying that she loves Idol so much. It's connected me with the hearts of America, but I feel like I need to go out to feel that pulse of my own beat. And I understand that because I feel like American Idol mostly has people who are like kind of done with their singing career, you know? Not Luke Bryan, but like, you know, I feel like it's normally people who are like older and not releasing music as much.
I'll be honest, I kind of forgot American Idol was even a thing. Like, it's like nobody has, you know, cable TV anymore.
Yeah.
So like I don't know.
I grew up watching American Idol.
I remember watching it all the time, and I had a small group leader who was on it and went down to like the final 24 or whatever.
Oh wow.
But like I just forgot it was a thing.
I always wanted to go on. Never happened.
You would have won for sure.
Oh, totally.
We could be in LA in some big mansion right now. Should have got on
soon. But yeah, I feel like American Idol is normally the judges are like a little bit older, like the career is kind of stable. The Voice is normally people who are like, you know, I don't want to say still relevant, but just I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Who's on The Voice?
It was like Ariana Grande, Niall Horan. It used to be Adam Levine, Blake Shelton. He left, and now Reba's on it. Gwen Stefani, John Legend.
Yeah.
I don't like The Voice as much, but
I feel like The Voice changes people a lot. American Idol's had the same for a while now.
And I remember it was like canceled, and then it came back, and everyone was like,
they must hand out some really nice contracts over there.
I know.
Everybody's staying forever.
Okay, our next story. Another one you'll like. Lady Gaga and... Where'd it go? Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix. What is it? Joaquin. There are new photos of them that have come out for Joker, Folie à Deux.
Not a fan.
You are very loyal to the original Joker.
If it's not Heath Ledger, I don't want it. He was the greatest Joker of all time. Honestly, the first Joker was a very good movie. I'll be excited to see how the next one goes.
I feel like there have been so many Joker movies, though. Like, it was just with Margot Robbie? Was that?
Well, that was Suicide Squad, not really Joker. Kind of, and it has a Joker in it, but it's not like the Joker.
So this one is a American musical psychological thriller film, which is a sequel to the 2019 Joker.
Here's the only thing that like I don't like about this Joker is he fits the part like almost too well. Like, I almost feel like he really could be the Joker. It would be a little crazy. Because he just seems it. Like, he kind of looks it with his eyes sometimes. But, yeah, Heath Ledger in Dark Knight, by far the best Joker ever. He went deep into that.
So does this mean it's a musical?
I guess it's a musical.
Because she'll be singing?
I haven't really looked into it a lot, but...
Comes out October 4th of this year. I feel like I'll watch it.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna watch it. Just want to see, see how it is.
Yeah. Okay, our next story is about Billy Ray Cyrus and Miley Cyrus. So obviously there's been a lot of rumors going around that they are not talking and speaking anymore, especially after the Grammys. When she gave her speech, she did not mention her dad at all. And so Billy Ray Cyrus came out saying that he has tried reaching out to daughter Miley. So if I don't think any of them have ever come out and said what has really happened. I think it is because Billy Ray and the mom, they got divorced and now he's dating someone that's half his age and I think worked on the set of Hannah Montana or something like that. And the kids chose a side and it's very clear what side each kid has taken. And so they just, I think a lot of them, especially Miley, doesn't agree with the other woman who he is married to now, and it's just been a lot of tension, which it's always hard when it's, your parents like getting remarried, but especially to remarry someone who's like really, really young and causing issues. Then
I know absolutely nothing about any of it. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you last time I even heard about good old Billy Ray. But I understand that families have issues and stuff. But I feel like she definitely could have been like, hey, thanks, Pops, on her first Grammy win, since he's kind of the reason.
Not if they're not talking, though, and if they're...
she could sneak it into him to just say.
Not if they're fighting like this.
Like I said, I don't know anything about it. Yeah. But he literally started her entire career, and it's her first Grammy. I get it's like number 10. You're like, yeah, Dad, we're not talking anymore, so I'm not thanking you.
Yeah, but she kind of did, like, she got her show by, like, she did all that herself. Like, he's not the reason for all of her success.
Not all of it, no. Definitely not all of it. But I feel like he maybe, played like a 2% into it.
Yeah, so Miley and her mom are, like, very much close now. Her mom, Tish Cyrus, just went on Call Her Daddy, the podcast.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But then Noah Cyrus took her dad's side and is very close to her dad, and her and Miley, I don't think, are talking either.
No, I would have to say, in Miley's defense, if I won a Grammy, I'd probably walk in and be like, appreciate it, I'm the best, and walk off. Probably wouldn't thank anybody, so,
Oh my gosh.
I would thank you, though, of course, dear.
Sure.
I would.
But yeah.
I didn't know he got a divorce.
She divorced him after 20 years.
Oh, so he was definitely being an idiot at some point then.
Yeah. Miley hasn't gotten over the disrespect she feels Billy Ray showed Tish and the family. It's unclear what went down, but they've been hinting at that disrespect when she went on the podcast. So I need to listen to this podcast episode of Call Her Daddy because it seems like they're giving a little bit more.
Now I'm intrigued. Like, just to be like, after 28 years, be like, peace out. And then there be all this family drama. Like, I want to know what happened. I need some more details.
She said, during her nearly 30-year marriage, disrespect just lays it out in so many ways. I didn't even know until I had a new relationship where there was so much respect, how much disrespect there was in my marriage before. So.
Oof. That's some big words right there. That cuts deep. It's
hard. I feel like divorce, there's always sides, and Miley is on team Tish, which she was always a daddy's girl, and I think that's why everyone's talking about it, because they were like, did everything together, like,
I mean,
so he must have done something.
I would say he had to have done something, because they had a whole show together.
Yeah.
and movies, like,
yeah.
they were as close as you could be as a father daughter. So yeah, that's crazy.
He must have done something bad. Anyway, wish them all the best, as I always say. Okay, next is a little Met Gala news, which I'm very excited for, because this is the one where the theme is like the Sleeping Beauty awakening or whatever that I'm really excited for. So J-Lo, Bad Bunny, Chris Hemsworth, and Zendaya are chairing the 2024 Met Gala. I don't know what to chair means, so I'm trying to look up what co-chairs are, because these are great names. But what?
Yeah, great
what
names.
are they for?
But I really don't even understand the Met Gala. I'll be honest.
It's just like art and...
Is it like a fashion show or?
Kind of.
All right, I'll accept it.
Okay. Co-chairs at the Met Gala. So these are... They will join the Vogue editor. Okay, I literally don't understand what this means. I don't know. It just says like they have overall responsibility for the success as like a project. Oh, so like project managers, I guess, putting everything together.
Oh, so like they're the host for the party, basically.
It seems that way.
That would be a cool job.
So I think this will be
Also,
good.
Vogue. If ever you're on the cover of Vogue, my life would be complete. Just want to be able to say I was on the cover of Vogue.
You should do it. So
right.
May 6th, celebrities will grace the steps of the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City for this year's theme, Sleeping Beauty's Reawakening Fashion.
I will have to say, I'm excited to see what some of the people bring out.
Guess who the gala sponsor is this year?
If you say Temu, I'm going to lose it.
TikTok.
Oh, God.
What? That is crazy.
TikTok. I wonder how much money that costs. If 30 seconds is $7 million for a Super Bowl ad, how much do you have to pay to be the sponsor of the Met Gala?
And why wasn't TikTok like already talked about like getting banned?
Yeah, I thought people.
I don't understand.
I thought people didn't like old TikTok. I guess money talks, huh?
So true.
I can't imagine that's cheap at all.
Yeah.
But also, does anybody pay attention to who sponsors the Met Gala, or are we just looking at all the celebrities that are there?
I don't think so. Okay. Next story. Outer Banks star Austin North was arrested for allegedly attacking employees at the UMC hospital in Las Vegas, and he was arrested Tuesday night and booked on 3 counts of battery on a protected person after allegedly punching, hitting, and shoving 2 nurses and I don't know what this is called, a phlebotomist.
I don't know. All I know is he went full topper up in that hospital. He really embraced his character there.
Oh gosh. I wonder.
I want to know why he was in the hospital in the first place, because like to me it sounds like there was something going on mentally, whether it was like a breakdown or induced by something.
So it says he posted on Instagram saying, "I'm deeply upset by the events that took place. My friend drove me to the hospital because I thought I was having a heart attack. Several tests were taken, including blood, which came back negative for any drugs or alcohol. I was having a severe anxiety attack. I had very little memory of the events that day. I have the utmost respect for healthcare workers. I battled anxiety on and off for years, and this was the most extreme panic attack I've ever had. Going forward, I hope to shed light on this debilitating disorder and send hope to those who have struggled."
That makes sense. I can understand that. What? So that's my question.
Not saying you need
why are we charging a dude with 3 accounts of something if he physically and mentally could not do anything about it?
Well, I think when they're pulling like a panic attack and he was still punching and hitting. I don't know. I will say, as someone who struggles with anxiety and has suffered many panic attacks, when you're in a moment of a panic attack, like, you don't give a shit like what you're doing. Like, you just want to get out of that state. Like, it's so awful, and you really can't control, like, you lose like I had a panic attack one time, like driving a car, and it's hard. I mean, it's different for everyone, but like, it's not fun at all.
Well, and I've never had them, but I can't imagine it gets much easier with a bunch of people grabbing you.
Yeah.
I would have to guess it gets a lot worse to where you just freak out to the point where you probably just start swinging. It's like when you get scared and your first reaction is like put your fist up. Mm-hmm. That times 1,000, somebody's getting hit in the face. You can't control that.
And for him to think it's a heart attack, like, a panic attack does, I feel like, mirror a lot of symptoms of a heart attack. So like,
yeah, because your body starts like going into protection mode, so your heart just starts flinging out of your chest.
Yeah, so
that makes a lot of sense. I feel bad for him. Hopefully
I feel very bad he had to go through that.
Hopefully he gets better.
And that's why I feel like society needs to talk more about anxiety and panic attacks, stuff like that, because people, like, if you don't have it, you won't understand. So of course everyone's gonna be like, oh, he needs to go to jail, oh, he needs this and that, like, he has issues. And it's like, I don't know, it's a lot, and I feel like people don't really talk about it, and it's a prevalent issue, and I don't know. I'm glad he is bringing awareness to it, though. That's very good.
Hopefully the charges get dropped.
I know. I wonder what's going to happen with this.
I mean, I'm sure they will. Because I'm sure the doctors are able to be like, yeah, and he just mentally and physically was not there in that moment. Because he was there, so they have it all recorded and everything. That, like, he just had a severe panic attack. But, again, he went full topper.
He looks awful. He has, like, scrapes on him.
Yeah, they were probably trying to hold him back, and he was probably just freaking out more.
Yeah.
I mean, but that picture right there.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way you can add it to the...
Yes. His mugshot.
That looks like a picture you would see in Outer Banks of Topper, does it not? It does. But at least he's better. If he's posting, that means he's, feeling better, so that's good.
Oh my gosh. This is not funny, but, like, he, like, pushed one of the people into a table and, like, shoved, like, someone else. And they said that they hit him in the head in self-defense with a tray.
Oh, buddy took a tray to the head.
And then he was restrained.
It explains the face looking like that. And he probably doesn't even remember it.
I mean, he definitely didn't have his friend drive him to the hospital so that he could, like, attack nurses. Like, that's not the issue. Like, he clearly didn't go there to punch him. He didn't mean to.
It definitely wasn't on purpose. So, hopefully he gets those charges dropped, because he definitely doesn't deserve those charges.
I was about to say, if you've experienced a panic attack...
And I feel like he'll get them dropped. Because he probably has all the documents from the hospital saying it was a severe panic attack and all that. So, I'm just like, hey, like, I didn't know what I was doing. I'm sorry. And I got hit in the head with a tray.
And they hit me with a tray.
I got smacked over the head.
Okay, well, those were all of our big stories. So now we can get into our Bachelor recap. Which, first of all, Golden Bachelorette is officially coming, which I am so excited about. They finally announced it. Because the Golden Bachelor, I feel like, really brought people back to just the Bachelor franchise. So I think this will be really good. I wonder who it's going to be, though. I don't know.
Do you think it will be one of the ladies from the Golden
1,000%.
Bachelor? Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
And if it's not, then that's just stupid. But okay, so this week's Bachelor was a 2-night week, which is so crazy. Last week we left off, obviously, with the drama between Sydney and Maria. The drama, so stupid, and it's still so dumb. And I did read a spoiler about this week, because if certain women didn't go home, I was gonna have to stop watching because they are just unbearable to watch. So Monday night, obviously, they did a 2-in-1, which in the Bachelor franchise, if you do a 2-in-1, it's, the Bachelor and then the two girls that are in an argument, and one of them always ends up going home, just to, like, cut out any of the drama. So basically, do you want me to explain to you a little bit?
Yeah, because I haven't watched it. No,
okay.
I didn't know there was a season going on, to be honest.
No. Okay, so there are these two girls, Sydney and Maria. And basically, the gist of the drama is some girl was talking about how she felt, kind of out of place because she was the oldest one in the house. And then Maria this gorgeous girl, like stunning, made a comment like, well, I'm 30 or whatever, and like I wouldn't feel that way. This Sydney girl overhears and starts like telling everyone how she's like crap talking this girl, and then they all start ganging up on this Maria girl, like telling her that she's a bully and like all this stuff, and has been like attacking Sydney and just like BS. And like anyway, so they go on this 2-on-1 date together, and then Sydney goes up to the Bachelor again and is saying like, just making up all this crap, like Maria told her to shut the F up, blah blah blah. And then Maria and Sydney were like together alone when he was like, I don't know, whatever he was doing, and Maria literally looked at her and was like, this is like all recorded, right? Like, I don't know what you're trying to do here, but all you're doing is lying, saying I'm attacking you and I'm a bully, when like that's not what's going on. So spoiler, Sydney goes home.
I heard about her for like 40 seconds. Already hate her.
Yeah, she's awful.
Already hate her.
And she's been posting on social media like signs you're being gaslit, like, she like didn't gain any Instagram followers at all. Like she has like 7,000, and then this Maria girl had like 100-something thousand that she gained.
Way to go, Maria.
Anyway, so then we go to Tuesday's episode. Sydney goes home. This girl, Leia, who I told you guys I was going to hate in the beginning because there was something off about her, and she is now the villain and like a bitch, and I hate her. So Tuesday night, they take Sydney's suitcase out, and all these girls are like, like crying. This Leia girl's like crying, like, how could they send her home? Like, what is wrong with you? And then the rest of the women who ended up talking to Maria, this Leia girl goes up to the girl and was like, I can't believe like you're talking to her, like I thought like I can't have friends like that, blah blah, like so stupid. Then she goes up to the Bachelor, Joey, and is like, I have to just say my truth, like this is not okay that like this is happening. Like literally goes up to him and is like, I can't believe that like Maria's still here, like I can't stand her, she's just like attacking everyone and like such a bully. Why don't you worry about your relationship with him, or like just stop trying to get on the friggin' Bachelor in Paradise?
Tell me she went home.
No. So
Why?
we get the rose ceremony. Now we're down to 10 girls, but they sent home my girl Autumn, who I love. I loved her. She's so cute. So she got sent home.
She had brown hair for sure.
Oh wait, was I not supposed to say that? No, she did go home.
Did you just spoil this for everybody?
She definitely went home because they hugged and like, yeah, because they did 2 different rose ceremonies. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, then they're in Spain, and there's just like a lot going on, and it's just like Leia now is the freaking villain, and Maria ends up getting like, they do like a group date, and she ends up getting the like group rose, and everyone's like pissed off and blah blah blah.
It sounds like everybody's jealous of Maria.
That's what everyone's saying, is like, I think they just see that they have such a big connection, and everyone's just like hating on her because she's like so gorgeous and like confident, and like y'all are just dumb.
Yeah, if everybody's teaming up on one girl, that one girl is probably the one that's right.
Yep. So poor girl is just, I feel so bad for her because everyone's like hating on her. And then she ends up like, so it's the cocktail party. Mm-hmm. You can go up and like ask to like talk to him. So Maria, who she had a rose, whatever, she still got up and asked to talk to him. Any woman could have gotten up and done that. Well, this one girl who always ends up getting hammered at the rose ceremonies, she goes back to all the girls saying she just like took him for time, and like none of us have been able to talk to him tonight, and she's just like the worst and so disrespectful. So they get in a whole thing together, and it's this whole like, it's so stupid, the drama. Like, it's not even like there's any substance to it. It's just like dumb, and they're just jealous. So
that was my question. How much of this do we think is real?
I think when Sydney went home, they pulled aside some of the other girls and was like, you need to keep this going for some drama. Because everyone cover your ears if you don't want to hear a spoiler for the next 20 seconds. So I read a spoiler. Next weekend, the 2 now drama girls get sent home.
Sydney and Maria?
No, Sydney already went home. The 2 girls that are being mean to Maria.
Oh.
You can come back and listen now. So I think it's all just they gotta keep the drama for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, I've always wondered how much that is, real.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's our Bachelor recap. And we have our crazy story segment.
This I'm excited for.
So we had some good submissions. We're going to do 2 tonight.
I don't want to see it.
You can't see them.
I'm going to rotate this way a little bit.
If you want to write in, there are a million bajillion ways. There's a link in my Instagram bio, in the show notes, under YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You can email me. You can DM me. Like, any way you want to visit and write in, you can. You can write in honestly anything that your heart desires. People normally write in like things they need advice on or just something crazy that happened to them.
Maybe I should write in a few stories. I got some good ones in the back pocket.
Yeah, you should. Okay. First one. Hey there. I was a sophomore in college and there was this terrible situation. Oh wait, sophomore in high. Did I say high school?
Definitely say college. Oh. Sophomore in high school, folks.
Sophomore in high school. And there's a terrible situation. I was in world history class. Ew. And the super smart emo girl was answering a lot of the questions. I was a bit of a loner and I avoided these emo kids. I was sitting near some of the more popular kids and there was a football player. He got his feelings hurt because the emo girl kept answering the questions correctly and muttered under his breath to his friends, "Nobody even likes you. Why don't you go?"
Damn.
And then everyone started laughing. I was livid. I whipped around and snapped at him. Just because you're miserable with your own life doesn't mean you get to degrade and devalue the life of another. You're rude. It's safe to say he was humiliated, but if you can joke about something that serious with your friends, then you need to be humbled. And I hated football players ever since. Was I in the wrong?
Nah. Way to go, girl.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Guy, maybe? Yes, it could be a guy.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a girl or guy. Way to go. No, 100%. Can't joke about that.
I was going to say, don't dish it if you can't take it.
Facts.
And you didn't do anything wrong.
Plus, I feel like that's kind of like one of those scenes you see in in a movie or a TV show about school. Right? Like you have the jocks in the back like talking,
and you know
somebody
that
just whips around like,
yeah,
hey, go shove it where the sun knows.
He's probably never. Like he's probably already a very non-confident person, and
definitely not deserve that one.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, you're not in the wrong. But no, you're not in the wrong.
No, definitely not in the wrong. You did good. I applaud you on that one.
Okay, our last one.
This better be good.
I recently became single and I started getting on dating apps. I ended up going on a first date, and let's just say I have major anxiety, so I took a little bit of liquid courage. Ended up taking a little bit too much liquid courage.
Hell yeah.
He picked me up in his car. We went out to dinner. I got in his
Did you throw up?
Safe to say, I ended up having to pay for his car to get clean and detailed, and we have not spoken since. It's funny that he didn't end up calling you back, because I've thrown up in his car before, and we're married now.
I was about to say.
So,
if it would have been our first date and you would have thrown up because you took a little bit too much liquid courage, we would have gone on the second date the night after. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. So he just wasn't the one, and that's okay.
If he doesn't call you back after you threw up in his car because you had a little too much liquid courage, he ain't the one.
But he might have thought it was maybe if you had like meat, he might have thought it was like, if he didn't know that, you know what I mean? Like maybe he just thought it was like you were sick or had bad food.
I'd still call back. There's
nothing wrong with liquid courage, okay? And sometimes things happen, and you can't feel bad about it because it's happened to every single one of us.
Just maybe a little bit, maybe choose something a little bit lighter, liquid courage. You know, instead of tequila, maybe go with a little seltzer.
Little seltzer.
I don't know why I said it like that. It was fitting.
Don't feel bad. I mean, the amount of drunken stories that we have to tell, that everyone has to tell, that's nothing. I threw up in his car. I didn't even pay to have it cleaned.
Wow.
That's just called true love, though. So
yeah, it's all right. I would like to know, did he ask for you to pay for it to be cleaned?
Right.
Or did you offer?
Was he like a jerk about it?
Yeah, was he like, what the hell, yeah, you owe me money for that? Or
were you like, I'll do this?
To pay. I would love, you should have included that. Let's get more details here next time, folks. I need more details.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
That was a great one. He wasn't the one though. If he's
not the one.
Because if he's not calling you back after some liquid courage, you ain't need him. Everybody's used liquid courage a time or two, and they've all gone overboard a time or two.
That was a good one to end on.
That was high quality.
I need to get to bed because I have a long day of volleyball ahead of me. A long weekend of volleyball ahead of me. Which I realized that, like, younger kids nowadays are almost, like, too aware of things. I feel like when I was, like, 12, 13, I just, like, had no idea about the world and was just, you know, in my own little bubble and head. And now kids with their phones, and, like, some of them had Valentines. Some of them were, like, knew who did I tell you they knew who was?
No, who?
I, like, brought up some rapper or something. They're like, oh, yeah, like, I love him. And I'm like...
I say, when I was 12 or 13, I was riding my bike. Literally, I would ride my bike. We put a bar on the back, and we would attach a wagon to it, and we would attach our kayaks to the wagon. That's all I did when I was 12, 13, and 14.
Yeah.
I had no idea what was going on in the world at all.
I didn't get social media
12,
until...
I was 11, so Obama was president. I had no idea.
Oh, yeah.
No idea who was president until, and now I do because I can think back on it, but I didn't know
I
at
just
the
feel
time.
like kids are too aware of things now because they have access to everything in the world.
Yeah, they know
Good
way
and
too much.
bad.
They know way too much, and it's funny how they always know about the bad stuff more than they know about the good stuff.
Because there's a lot of bad stuff.
It's because the bad stuff's just so easy. You just whip out your phone, it's like,
yeah.
See, what are we looking at today? What's the TikTok and Instagram got?
We figured out we are Zillennials. If you guys have heard of the Zillennial generation, which is what, like 1996.
I think you said like 95 to 2001 or something like that.
Yeah, so Zillennials are superior. They are the superior generation, and I feel like we as a society, when any Zillennial has a child, we cut this, like, give them an iPad, give them a phone at 2 years old, and get back to how we grew up and lived.
I think it'll be very, very interesting to see what the world's like in like 30 years. Like, when all the people our age are, you know, at the age where they're starting to become grandparents, I think the world will be
grandparents.
Well, yeah, I'm 25.
You're basically there. Basically a great grandparent.
Technically, I have granddogs. That's about all I got. But, you know, like, when we're, like, in our 50s, it'd be very interesting to see where the world is. Because I think it's going to be a whole lot different.
I think it'll be better.
For the better when we're 55. I think it'll be a whole lot different for the better when we're 55.
I think things will be more accessible. Like, I'm hoping, like, anxiety stuff and depression stuff is more accessible.
I feel like the world will calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like we'll be more relaxed, you know?
That's what the world needs to,
like,
just relax.
Right now, it's like everybody's walking on eggshells. I think when we're like 55, everybody's gonna be sitting in lazy boys, recline back, relax.
That's what needs to be happening, and I feel like it needs to be more of like a worry about yourself and your people kind of thing. I feel like everyone feels like people should be accessible to when they want it to, and everyone needs to be available. And I feel like we need to get back to just like being in our houses, doing our own thing, and not
just more family.
Being accessible. I don't want to be accessible to you all the time. I don't.
Yeah, just be more family. You don't have to. It's okay. It's okay to not be accessible. I feel like that's something that nowadays people feel like you have to be accessible for everybody.
Yes.
And you can say no. You can take your time and relax. You don't have to go and do everything everybody wants. I want to be able to sit on my front porch and yell at some kids to get off my grass and be like, "No, I'm just kidding. Come let's play some football." That's all I want.
I'm the one in the grass. Yeah. I guess we'll end it there. On a hopeful note. For society.
Looking 30 years ahead. Everybody sitting on their front porch and lazy boys
30 years, I'll be 53.
Wow. 54, dear.
No.
54. You're 24 right now. I'll be 55. I'll be able to pull out my Roth IRA then. It'd be great.
Wow. I don't know what that means. Okay, well, thank you guys for joining us for another amazing episode. I hope this made your day better, and if it didn't, then, like, I can't help you.
It made your day better.
Make sure to follow the Instagram, like the YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube, write in because we need your guys' stories. Do something fun this weekend, do something crazy. Don't be so accessible this weekend. There you go, that's your task.
Watch a movie, sit on your couch, grab a glass of wine, maybe some crackers, meat, and cheese, and just relax.
Just relax. Don't worry about the outside world. Be in your safe space.
Be on your couch. You don't need a safe space. Just be on your couch, relax. Bed. You can be on your bed. It's a little bit comfier sometimes.
Yeah.
But enjoy
the weekend. We're almost through February. I feel like January was like so long and we were like, oh my gosh, it's going so slow. And then February's like, okay, watch this.
Yeah.
I'll go by super fast.
Even this year, I feel like, it only has one day less. I still feel like it's like a super short month. It's like, boom, bye.
Yeah.
But enjoy it.
Enjoy it. And I'll see you back here next weekend for some more hot gossip, hot take stories, and advice.
That will have you saying,
Literally what?